I don't even know where to go with this.
What about LaMelo?
Ain't this the
sorriest
sorriest
group? Holy shit! Oh my god! No way! What are you doing?
I'm gonna go like right here.
How we doing?
I'm back.
What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Let's go. Let's go. I'm whipping around on like 600 acres. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You just better not ask for no favor. Let's go. Let's
Try to
go.
hook
Let's
up to the
go.
speaker to get some Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, dude, we were trying to figure out why the speaker just turned on randomly out of nowhere.
Someone else's.
Oh my god, that's lit.
Legendary.
What do you guys do?
Playing fucking word hunt, or whatever this is called, and look at all the words that Steen made on the right side. He's a fucking 3-letter merchant. He's just SGA in word hunter form. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. There's only like 3 vowels. They're just in the corners. This is so many fake words.
Did you win again?
30 words. I'm literally so proud to not win that game. I don't dream.
You haven't dreamt yet?
I haven't dreamt since probably 2010. My dreams are a real life scene. I come in here and it's a movie every day.
All right, today, July 18th. July 18th. Friday, July 18th. Big day in the office. I'm back. Just kidding. I don't want to give you guys that false hope. I'm just here for the weekend. I was here for one Steen stream. Played Wavelength. Really have no clue what's going on in the office nowadays. Seems like everything is pretty much normal. Gut's still doing his bets. JMO's still giggling about everything.
It's just like a super advanced tech room. It would take like 8 guys to operate. God. Was like, yeah, we got me. You tell me to go figure it out.
What did he say?
It feels like everyone's slightly depressed being back in New York. Joe's back from the Caribbean, JMO's back from Florida, Gut's back from South Carolina. No one's happy about being back from New York. I'm happy-ish being back in New York because I know it's for a very short period of time. You know, I know I'm going away pretty soon here. So right as I got back to JFK and hopped on a shuttle bus to be shuttled to an Uber, that's when I knew I wasn't built for this city. Just wasn't.
Tony came back today. That was awesome to have him back, and we were able to get him into a video. Hoping to film again on Tuesday with him, so hopefully we get a few videos filmed with him. That'll be a lot of fun and kind of like a cool outlook going forward. Just to have him back in content for the time he's here is always really cool, and obviously familiar face, super fun to hang out with. So a lot of fun to have him here as well. He surprised all of us. Like, I didn't know. The only person that knew he was coming was Joe. So that like took me by absolute shock as I screamed on the live stream that we were on. I was like, holy, like, you're here.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
It was crazy, but definitely took us all by shock. It was a lot of fun for him to show up again and rip like fantasy drafts or whatever we did for a little bit. That was fun.
Yeah, Tony pulled up to the office, so it was good to see him, obviously. He kind of just... It's funny how, like, anyone who used to work here just, like, pulls up to the office, and half the time they don't even tell us. Like, Matt will come, Tony will come. We'll just, like, walk in here as if it's not a place of business. As if it's not a serious place of business transactions happening. At some point, we got to grow up.
Kind of an awesome week. We had 3 guests come into trivia. First guest, Monday, first day of the week. Went to John Boy. That was, I think, one of the better moments I've had playing trivia. Like, up there in the tiers of Sexy's tournament, Sexy's second tournament, the live event. Like, John Boy was right there with it, just having a fucking blast. So shout out to them. Shout out to Justin and Dalton, who welcomed us in. And they also seem pretty interested in coming playing trivia with us. So good all around. It's cool to see their office. Very organized, very badass. Felt like what I imagine a mini bar stool looks like. I don't know, actually. I've never been to a bar stool office, but those type of vibes.
They're just like a very organized version of us, pretty much. Like, it's almost like if we had an extra like 100K or 200K and we hired someone specifically to just organize, clean, and like set up the office perfectly, wires, tech, all that kind of stuff. Like that's what it looked like in there. They had like wires running in the ceilings and just had audio and lighting and everything set up perfectly. And I saw it and I was like, Steen's going to lose his fucking mind when he sees this place.
Gave us some inspiration for like games they play, maybe games we can make on our end. And then again, bringing them over here one day to hop in some trib themselves. Shout out Dalton, man. He knows ball. Like, I feel pretty deep in my bag, but he knows like in the trenches ball. Like he was naming offensive linemen, defensive linemen. He was naming special teamers. And I was kind of like blown away at how much he knew the trenches, because that is a tough thing. Like, we get so good because we have so many reps of the same wide receiver, same running back, same quarterbacks. Eventually, you just learn a good amount. But that's 3, 4, 5 positions. He was able to go top to bottom on roster sheets, so took me by surprise.
They're such a big company compared to kind of where we are, so I think it's kind of awesome to see the bigger aspect of things, because it makes you want to push towards like, hey, we want to get as big as John Boy one day. And that's kind of like the motivation you get when you get to go to these offices, and it's literally right next door, which was like insane to me. Justin came in the other day and was like, yeah, like we're very close, we're like 2 streets down or whatever. I was like, ah, like it's still like a pretty far walk. No, like he means like literally just like the next street over, which was, it was insane to walk like a minute and we're at their stew. So it was really cool. And I again thank them for having us on. I think it was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun to kind of yap with the boys and play some different types of trivias that either we've done in the past or some new ones that we haven't tried out. And yeah, it made some for good clips and some other stuff too. So it was a lot of fun doing that.
But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's nice to have all that stuff, but you don't need it. Like, you could scrap and you could fucking grind and you could do a ghetto version of that and still get good content out and get good shit done. You know, a lot of the best content creators in the world do not have high level production. Very, very few of them. I mean, that's how you get there. You make an incredible content for a very long time without production, and then you start to see an infuse of cash, and then you start to spend it on the production type of thing. So it's very inspiring and cool to see, because they're a company of, I don't know, 60 people probably at this point, and they're, you know, far ahead of us. But like, it's an easy jump to see like, oh, we could just be at that stage in a couple of years. Yeah, we did the collabs. Those were super fun. I have a close friend at John Boy Media, and we had never really like crossed over before in terms of content, but we had him in, then he invited us over there. And then Cakes from FRDI just DM'd me on TikTok, and he was like, yeah, I'm in Jersey. So I was like, cool, I come into the office. And, you know, I love doing the collabs. It's so much fun. And I think we always have like a really good energy within our group when we do collabs, because it's like we do a lot of the same trivia filming over and over and over again. So it's easy to be a little bit in like a creative rut. But anytime like we get new blood in here and we get a new collab, whether it's in a different place or just new people in here, there's always like a heightened enthusiasm for it. So that was a really fun week, and you'll probably start to see some of that content trickle out over the next week, 2 weeks on both their TikToks and their YouTube channels and ours as well. So
Tuesday, don't think we did anything. And then Wednesday, we had Cakes from the Friday show. I think it's the Friday show? I literally said when he was here, like I introed the video, I was like, how do you say it? He told me. I was like, got it. Don't have it. It's FRDI, feels right, do it. That's what it stands for. Badass phrase. I think it's the Freddy show. We had Cakes come in. He played the gauntlet. It was super fun. I think that'll be out the day before this vlog comes out, so you'll see. It was a pretty fun episode. And it was fun and also tough for him, because at the same time, he's like stepping in, and like, you guys, if you watch the gauntlet, you like familiar with like what the shit means. For anyone that just steps into the gauntlet, it's like there's so many levels to so many mini games. Like, what are we doing again? So he was a champ and picked it up really fast. But to like, for someone to step in and we have a Kings game and like we just pull a card and they don't know what that means, and then they have to compete against us when we already know the rules. A little unfair, but again, great episode. It's great having him in.
And that was really cool to have him in and him to kind of do some trivia with us. And we did some stuff for their channel as well. Nick didn't show up or anything, but it was really cool to have Cakes on and for him to kind of be that personality that he brings on the social side of things and bring it into our style of content. That
was fun for that week. We've had the Fantasy Football Draft Guide pre-order go live on the website, so it's discounted until around August 1st on bdge.co. But as we said last week, the very, very cheapest way to get it is through our partners. As long as you download the MGM app, deposit $10 on there with our code, either BDGE or Trivia, depending on what promo you want. BDGE will get you the draft guide. Trivia will get you 3 months of the Trivia membership for free. place your first slip on there. And yeah, it'll be inboxed to you on their app, promo code to use on our website. So that's cooking. We just signed a deal with Pickett as well. And we actually had the first advertisement for it today that I think is absolutely crushing right now, which is cool. One thing I could talk through with you guys that's been a little bit difficult recently, I made a couple videos that were our partner related. I'll just keep it at that for this purpose. And it got age restricted on the fantasy YouTube channel because we were promoting, you know, things that you shouldn't be promoting or whatever. So they took it down. They didn't take it down, but they don't show it organically anymore. And that was kind of concerning because those videos were ripping. And obviously this is a very big part of our business, especially this time of the year. And I'm like, if our main partner is going to have a problem with YouTube, or if YouTube's going to have a problem with us promoting them, we're kind of caught in a pickle. But I'm trying to work through some creative ways to kind of get around what they flag in particular. So that is to be determined right now, but that's probably like the 101 on my mind right now, is making sure that that doesn't continue to happen. Yeah, so we signed a deal with Pickett, which is fantastic for the football season. We're about to sign a deal with Fantasy Life as well. They're another company that I think touched on last week, where like John Boy got a big investment from the MLB. Fantasy Life just closed a round of investments from like LeBron James and his crew over there. And we're kind of like partnered with all of them. So it's fun to be in the space here and just kind of continue to creep up in this world. Yeah, right now I'm really just focused on getting all the content into the draft guide right now. That's like the next 2 weeks of my life pretty much, because we have a ton of work to do it on both the tech side and the content side to make sure it is up to snub this week or this year. Similar-ish layout, but will be a lot cleaner and way more functional. Yeah, just a bunch of like cleanup design work that I think will just make it a million times better. We had to kind of rush it at the end because our tech wasn't like fully ready, but now that we have, you know, a few more engineers helping out on the back end, it'll hopefully be a much improved product. If not, that's a problem.
Was in the office, did some drafts. Shout out to Rob for creating this like Excel sheet that basically populates with the fantasy scores. And now we can just waste our entire days ripping fantasy drafts just for the vibes of the office.
Yikes.
2 points already.
Oh my god.
Was it 2004?
I think. I don't know though.
I was between 03 and 04.
Still up 11.
I was thinking 04.
Oh, Jake
was the
DeLong's
Super
gonna
Bowl.
kill Gut.
Yeah. I thought it was because 04 is the Super Bowl 2003 season.
Tony G, I feel like I could have bricked on this.
Damn.
Gut's up 30.
Yeah, not for long.
But I'm still here.
Flex.
Dang.
Oh, shit.
Up 6.
Holy shit.
Jail Vic.
Jail Vic.
This was a long game for you to plant the wrong fucking player.
Jake DeLong.
I don't think that was Vic in jail. I think that was the last year before he went to jail.
Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Damn.
Wow.
Vic QB 12, Jake DeLong QB 5th fucking
Raheem Mostert really did me dirty.
Excited for Idiot League Mates to get started. Joe did a bunch of karaoke right now. That wasn't your punishment, right? The settlements are nowhere to be found, so I don't know if they still work here anymore. It feels like they've just completely abandoned this office. But yeah, I'll be back here in about a month, the Idiot League Mate draft, so make sure if you aren't subscribed to that channel, go subscribe to that one, because we'll be putting out videos in about a month, I would say. Maybe a month from now is like the first video, but I'm excited for fantasy to get started. I have a new strategy for fantasy football this year, and it's going to be super easy to implement. You know, sometimes you try to make fantasy football more complicated than it needs to be. Here's the best strategy. Don't do any research. You don't need it. All you're going to do is end up confusing yourself by the time you need to draft. If you played fantasy last year, just take what you remember from fantasy last year and apply it to next year. And just roll with it, all right? Because otherwise, you're going to spend all offseason looking into numbers, convincing yourself into narratives that don't actually exist. Last year, I did a ton of research. Why? Because I worked here. And so I had to edit fantasy videos. I had to be in fantasy videos. My life was fantasy videos. So now, it's not. And I'm not going to do an ounce of research. I'm going to see how that plays out. I mean, JL won it last year. It was JL and Jack in the finals of our fantasy league last year. You cannot convince me that those two did more than like 30 minutes of research. So I think that's the recipe for success in fantasy. The more you know, the more you see, the less you know. that type of thing. So I'm coming in clean slate, no articles read, no videos watched, and I'm going to fucking ball out. I feel good. Less prepared I feel, the better I feel. So that's the strat for this year. That was your strategy last year? And now it's got you doing stand-up and singing karaoke and begging for forgiveness. I guess it works for some, it doesn't for others, you know? Maybe there is no rhyme or reason to this fantasy game.
Little update on the trivia membership from a business perspective is really cool. We're almost at 2,000 members. By the time you guys watch this, I think we will. It's probably around 1,800 cones and around 250 steens, maybe, which is it's a big number, man. It's really cool to see that, and that's something that's sustainable for us. Like, that's kind of the avenue we want to pivot to as a business. Not pivot to, but like really make sure that we prioritize doing more membership type things, because it's a way that we can go directly to you guys and have a very steady state of income and revenue and know what we're getting year over year. Like, the draft guide is a heavy hitter for us, but it's a once a year launch thing, right? And it's like, if we don't hit that, then we're kind of screwed for the rest of the year. The partnerships with outside companies are great, and they're a great injection of cash for us, of course, but at the same time, we don't want to have to rely on outside sources. Like, honestly, this round of negotiations with the companies and kind of what's going on in the background of the like regulations and law right now, there are like states coming in and out, and you know, they're regulated here and they're licensed here, and then they become illegal here. It's like it's a pretty like influx industry right now, and obviously it's been crucial to us growing as a company in terms of working with these other brands and partners. I wouldn't be honest if I was saying that like I felt super comfortable that in like 3-4 years the landscape would be the same, and I'm expecting like all the same players to be in and there to be this huge injection of cash, because I just don't know how it's going to play out legally. So I want us to build as much infrastructure internally that we can go straight to the audience and we can, you know, just have this reliable, predictable stream of cash coming in monthly. So that's been really cool to see.
Outside of that, not much. I ran a mile. Like, I ran a mile for the first time since I was like in 6th grade. I've been trying to run long distance now for a while, of like just like do like a 2.5 mile run here and there. But I'm very, when it gets anything past a mile, I'm slow as shit. I did run 6:48 was my mile, and I felt really good about that. But if I did take 2 more steps after that mile, I would have collapsed and died. It took every ounce of me to like mentally, I was like, I have to finish this, or like JMO style, like I'm gonna die. And I did it sub 7, which a lot of people that are gonna comment are gonna be like, wow, that's really bad. Like, you're a full grown, you're a former college athlete. You should be able to run a sub 6. I can't. 2 torn hamstrings and hip surgery is my excuses, but I'm also just not long distance runner at all. I'm pushing 7, and I'm going to probably be around 7. If I had to run it again today, I'd probably run 7. But I felt really good about my time doing that, so I was super duper hype. Even though it was just, again, 1 mile, but for me, I'm trying to just stack. Like, I know I see it all the time. It's like the new app or the new Apple Watch that people have. They post it all the time on TikTok of like them doing like so many goddamn miles or whatever. I'm like, dude, I'm lucky if I get like 2.5 in like X amount of minutes, and like 18, 19 minutes. I'm like happy with 2.5, like 25 minutes, like type shit. No, they're like, yeah, I ran a quick 30 miler today, pretty light. I'm like, dude, that's I couldn't even fathom 4. Shout out to the people that run long distance. It's actually so hard. Like, props, it's so hard. It's so hard. I'll take a 100-meter dash over that every day of the week. I just can't. I'll say this, JMO always sets goals for the upcoming year. My goal by the end of this year, we're halfway through the year, is to get below 6:30. Shave off 15 seconds of a mile. Do I think that's possible? I'm going to try, though. If I can hit 6:30, I'll be a very, very, very happy camper. But we'll see. I'm going to try. Every week, I plan on running one mile and seeing how fast I can go. That's the plan. So hopefully we can do that. Hopefully I don't hit red lights on the way, but it is what it is. Outside of that, it's been good. Good vibes, good days. A lot of fun. So
I think that's kind of it this week, content-wise. Tomorrow is Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier. Actually bet on both of them to win. I didn't realize I did that. I did it like 2 weeks ago, and then someone convinced me at jiu-jitsu this week, like, nah, Poirier. I don't even remember which was which. It was like, nah, this guy's gonna win. I was like, all right, I'll lock it in. And I forgot I did the other one a week and a half ago, so I'm like, Hope both guys make out and have fun. Pause on the make out part. But yeah, big content week. Summer's been kind of cruising. Fantasy season's ramping up. I'm trying to like take notice, like, hey, this warm weather ain't gonna last much longer. I probably still got 2-3 months of like good weather, but like, this is peak heat. I'm like, even though it's a little too hot, I'm kind of like, all right, enjoy this.
Yeah, dream update. Haven't had a dream since last time, I confess. So no fucking dreams, man. Never. You say that's brutal. I don't give a fuck. My life is fire without dreams. I don't even want a dream. I never wanted to have a dream.
I'll see you guys next week. Make sure to like, subscribe, all to the fun shit down below. Song of the week before I forget, because someone bitched at me last week. I didn't do it. See you guys. Actually, I lied. I have a really good summary song that everybody can like. It's "She Got a Thing About Her" by Thomas Day. That song bangs for the summer. Shout out that. All right, peace.
Shout out Bagel Pub too. I miss Bagel Pub. Had some killer sandwiches today. That's really what I came back here for. It was like, you know, visiting. It was like visiting the city, visiting the boys. Bagel Pub. Got to keep your priorities straight.